My manifesting story revolves around something that is like near and dear to my heart. And that would be B2K, okay? So if you don't know who B2K is, B2K is a black boy band, R&B group from the early 2000s. I've been a fan of B2K since I was like 11, I think. I'm 29 now, okay? It's been a long time. I was so obsessed with them. Like, I love J-Bug. Like, I was just so obsessed with them. And then they broke up in like 2004. And then my world was like crushed. So recently, B2K announced that they would be reuniting and going on tour. This was last year. It's like December. I mean, me and my friends, oh my gosh. I just remember when my friend was like, oh, she basically was telling me that B2K was reunited. I was at work in my desk, in my chair. I literally like how I'm sitting in this now, I literally slid like out of the chair and onto the floor, and like I had to do everything in my power to not like scream. I remember taking my phone and going into the bathroom like, oh my god, like I love B2K. I could not believe that this was happening. So when they said they were going on tour, I was like, oh, bet. Me personally, I love festivals. I go to festivals and I record and edit footage that I take at festivals and concerts, and I always do, like, you know, VIP. Like, I give myself that. I'm not the type of person that likes going out to club and drink. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with that. Well, for me, there's something wrong with that. But, you know, if that's what you do, do you. I've never been that person. I'm an introverted person. And if I'm going to go out and be around a lot of people, it's going to be something that I 100% enjoy, and I love concerts. So I already knew. I was like, you know, I don't care, whatever it costs, I'm going to do the VIP. I'm going to meet B2K. Like, I have to. My inner child is screaming right now, like, you have to do this. I have to give her that, because I could never afford the tickets when I was younger, and my parents was not paying money for B2K tickets. And it's funny because when you look back at those ticket prices back then, it was like $50. I'm like, come on, man, you couldn't give me that then? But whatever. Okay, so long story short, as soon as the tickets came out, boom, I bought the VIP tickets. I was like, they're coming to New York. I'm definitely going to meet them. It was madness. It was madness trying to get our passes. That's where I learned that everything wasn't organized. Like, people didn't know where we were supposed to be to do what. We basically had to fend for ourselves and figure out how to get our passes and how to get to the place that we were actually supposed to meet them, because it was not organized. But one thing is, I met a bunch of people that I'm still really cool with. Like, we have that common love for B2K, and I'm grateful for that. And two, throughout it all, I always say, what is the, like, anytime I have a desire and I see like the desire's right there, it's like, okay, I'm getting closer to getting it, but things are going every which way and it's looking like I'm not going to get it. I always say, okay, you know, I don't care what happens in the middle. My end result is that I want this thing. So it doesn't matter if I have to go straight forward, which is what I want to do, or if I have to go around and around and around and around, up, down, in and out. The end result is going to be that I get this thing. And I do that with every single thing. Basically, living in the end, as the way Neville Goddard describes it. I say, yo, I don't care. I still visualize the end. For me, my visualization of the end was me getting to meet and talk to B2K and like having a grand old time with them and taking my picture with them, with all 4 members, because like I love them. Even though I love J-Book and Omarion the most, I was like, oh no, I love B2K. Like, I need to see all of them. I need to hug all of them and talk to all of them. So, okay. Finally, we're at the New York show. It was the 2nd show on the tour, and I was like, please, Lord, like, when they announced it, I was like, please let New York be one of the first 5 shows, because I did not think that B2K was going to finish this tour. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was like, these guys were not friends for a long time. We just gonna put it out there. They were not friends for a long time, and then you come right back together without possibly working through issues, and now you're on tour after like 15 years. I was like, oh no, they just gonna realize how much they hate each other. They're not gonna finish this. I did not have faith that they were gonna finish this. So I was like, please let this be one of the first 5 shows. And God was like, okay, it's the second show. With the second show came second show problems. Like, there was a lot of technical difficulties, and it was just a lot going on. And this has nothing to do with B2K. Like, I don't slight them or anything like that, but it just has to do with me. This is what I asked for. I asked for them to be one of the first 5 shows, and that's what I got. And that's another thing. When you're manifesting, you want to be super specific about exactly what it is that you want. I got what I wanted, you know. It was the second show, yeah, great, but it wasn't everything. I don't feel like we got done the justice that we deserved as being New York. Like, I don't think, like, it was a lot of technical difficulties, and I done been, like I said, I go to concerts all the time. I done seen some things, but like that show, it was just like kind of like a ratchet mess, but it was great because we got to see all 4 members. But at the same time, it was like, okay, what the heck? Like, certain things wasn't working, like the mics was cutting off and things like that. But this video is not even about that. The biggest issue that I had was when I got to finally meet B2K, it was only 2 of them. Like I said, my favorite members were J Boog and Omarion, and those were the only 2 members that were there to see us. So at first I was like, I don't care, it's J Boog. Like, oh my god, J Boog's right in front of me, Omarion's right in front of me. But I noticed that people, you know, people that were there for Little Fizz, or people that were there for Raz B, people that were there that just wanted to see all 4 members, they were upset. And at first I was like, I don't care, I'm seeing J Boog and Omarion, I'm excited, and I took a picture with them. But then I was like, did I ask to just see J Boog and Omarion? No, I asked to see all of B2K. So then I said, okay, my manifestation is not complete, because I said I wanted to see B2K. Not half of B2K, B1K. I said I wanted to see B2K. So I said, okay, well, my manifestation isn't complete. I guess it's still going. I'm gonna have to see all 4 members in another way. So basically what happened was people started complaining because it was a lot going on. Like I said, I don't believe that New York got the show that they deserved, because there was so much confusion with things. People didn't know what the heck was going on. There was a lot of technical difficulties. So people were actually complaining to Ticketmaster. So much so to the point that people contacted people. Like I said, I met a few people there. They were contacting me on social media like, oh, you should complain too, because you paid to see all 4 members and you only got to see 2. And at first I was like, I'm okay. But then I was like, no, actually I do want to see all 4 members. If there's a way for me to see all 4 members, maybe this is the universe showing me that, hey, here's another route, you know, to see all 4 members. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not necessarily complaining, but I am gonna make a note and contact the person that I have to contact. So I basically contacted the person in charge of like the VIP stuff and whatever, and she was cool. She was like, okay, well, why don't you just come to another show and I'll hook you up for a redo. Cool, great. That's exactly what I did. So I actually wound up going to the New Jersey show. And when I tell you, the New Jersey show was a completely, like, 180-degree turn from the New York show. I mean, like from the performance to the actual meeting, it was way better, right? So I get to the VIP experience with one of the girls that I actually met at the New York show. We both went to the New Jersey show because we were both owed a redo. So we went there and we were standing online, and then there's like mad cameras out or whatever, and a camera's just coming down the line. I'm always spotting the camera. I film things myself, so I'm like ready for the camera always. So then I start talking to the camera. I don't know whose camera this is. I don't know. All I know is the camera's on me, so I'm gonna talk. So I started talking to the camera, and people, they was laughing or whatever. We get inside, and all 4 members of B2K is there, and it's interesting because before this VIP, the second VIP experience happened for me, I actually wrote in my notes how I wanted the night to go. I wrote it down. And that's another thing. Like I said, you want to make sure that you record what it is that you want to manifest. That whether you're recording like this, where you're talking to yourself on camera, or if you record it in a memo, or if you write it in your notes, or if you jot it down in your journal, or it's like on your phone or something. In some way, get it from here up here and make it physical, you know? So that's exactly what I did. I think I did that like a week before. I know it was a couple days before. I was like, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. What I actually said, I feel like I said I wanted to see all 4 members. I wanted to hug all of them. And I know I said that I wanted to sit on J-Bug's lap. I said that specifically, right? I put that in my notes. And a lot of people will say, oh, you should write it down. And while I like writing things down, it's more convenient for me to put stuff in my notes and forget about it. Like a lot of times when I write stuff down, I get distracted because my hand starts hurting because I'm writing a lot. And I don't know, I like putting it in my notes. That works for me. That works for me. I do, if I really want to like super like get to the nitty-gritty, I will write it down, literally write it down in my journal. But I like putting it in my notes because, like I said, it's really quick, it's really convenient. I can basically set it and forget it in my notes, and I can go back and look at the timestamp of when I actually put it down and use that as proof. Like this actually happened, and then a couple of days, you know, I wrote this down or I put this in my notes, and then a couple of days later it actually happened. Okay, so back to the actual experience. So I had put that in my notes days before, right? So I get in there, and my friend that was with me, she went first. She's like obsessed with Omarion, so she was there with him. I went in there, and I happened to have on the same coat as Omarion. So Omarion's like, oh, what up? When you wearing my coat? I'm like, yo, I didn't know you was wearing this. I actually did know that he was wearing this because in the very first picture that I took with Omarion, he had that coat on. And I was like, I have this coat at home. I'm wearing it next time I see him. I didn't know when that was going to happen. I just knew. I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear this coat again and I'm going to see him. So obviously it had to happen that way because I spoke that out there. So yeah, Omarion was like, you wearing my coat, whatever. And I think he remembered me and my friend from last time, which is funny because my friend actually wound up going to like 3 more shows after that. Like, so for a total of 5 shows. Like, she was really serious about her love for Omarion. But yeah, I was like, what's up? You know, I gave him a hug. Like, I went and I was like, oh my God, all of you guys, like, you're here. My the baby daddies are here. Like, I gave all of them. I was just like so excited. And I hugged Raspy. I know he was going through a tough time. So I was like, yo, we really appreciate you being here. We love you for real. Like, the fans really love all y'all. So I'm sitting next to Omarion and I'm taking a picture. Now, because I had already taken this picture before, I knew that the photographer take 2 snaps and then they choose whichever picture is the best. So I was like, okay, I got this picture right here with Omarion and he's on my side. he's like holding on to me, and we take the picture. I knew the photographer was gonna take another picture, so I was like, wait. So I got up and I sat on J Boog's lap, girl. Oh my God. So I sat on J Boog's lap, and they started laughing at me there, and Raspy was like, she's working the room, she's working the room. I could not believe I did that, and I gave him another hug. I was just so excited, and then I left out, and then I enjoyed the show. Another thing with that, when I think I put this in my notes too, I said I wanted to watch the show from the front. Like, I mean, I love concerts from wherever, but being in the front of like B2K and like, cause of Mario and Bobby Valentino, Chingy, Ying Yang Twins was lit, Lloyd was lit, Lloyd was super lit. I wasn't expecting him to be that lit. Like, the show, like the whole show was just great. They brought out Ashanti and Ja Rule, and I was like, I want to be in the front. Like, I had a front row seat in the first show. This time I was like, oh God, I don't know if I can afford to pay for a front row ticket again, but I want to be in the front. So I actually wound up doing some finessing, and my friend that I was with, she had a ticket in the second row, and I was going to buy the ticket, another ticket in the second row with her. I was like, yo, this is like $300. Like, I already did that. Like, I already paid that much money for this kind of ticket. I don't know if I'm gonna do that again. But basically, yeah, we had to finesse. I basically, let's just say we finessed it, and I wound up being in the second row. And then when B2K come out, it was mass hysteria. So people wasn't, like, security wasn't even gonna try to break that up, because I knew they was gonna do that, because that's what they did at the New York show. So in Newark and New Jersey, they wasn't even trying to break it up. It was just a crowd of girls in the front, and I was just up there like, yes, with my camera recording and everything. After that, we wound up going to the B2K after party and like getting pictures with them and dancing with them, and it was just such a great time. Like, I had such a good time. And then I wound up going back in my notes and reading my notes, and everything that I had jotted down in my notes actually happened from me being able to party with them, and me sitting on J Boog's lap, and like me meeting them and just having a good time being in the front, being able to see them from the front, even though the ticket that I purchased was way up top. Oh my God, that was a serious finesse. But I was so excited, and the feelings that I had was so good, because I loved B2K. Like, they just, like, thinking about B2K just, like, it makes my heart beat, like, so fast, because I love them so much, to the point that actually on my birthday, and this is something that I was not expecting, on my birthday, I found out that the camera that I was talking to was actually Vibe magazine. I'm actually going to link the video in the description. You can see my VIP experience, because not only am I in the video, like the video is about B2K's fans at the Newark concert, and in general just about the hysteria that we still have for them after all these years. And not only am I in the video, I'm actually the thumbnail of the video. Me and Omarion, we're the thumbnail. And on my birthday, which was May 15th, they uploaded the video, and because I'm in so many different B2K groups, people were literally like tagging me in the B2K Facebook groups, like, Danielle, you're in the video. Oh, oh my gosh, I was so excited. And to rewatch that experience, and for it to be on Vibe, like, I was like, what? I'm in Vibe magazine? Like, oh my God. And it's on my birthday too. Like, that just made my entire day. And all of that came because I said, this is what I want. This is how I want it to go. And you have to really be specific about what it is that you want, but the how is something that you just leave up to the universe. I knew I wanted to meet all 4 members of B2K. I knew I wanted to have a great time, and I wanted to go to a super poppin' show. I wrote that down. I said, this is what it's going to be. And there was a lot of times where people was like, oh, you're not going to get a pass. People were coming to me saying that the person that was supposed to help me do the redo wasn't around. She wasn't showing up, and she was turning people away. With all of that, people was telling me that I wasn't gonna get what I said that I was going to get, and I did not let that deter me. This is something that I wanted. I said, it's happening. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. You have to know exactly what it is that you want. You want to be super clear. To the point that I said I want to sit on J-Boog's lap when I meet him. I don't want to just feed him. I want to sit on his lap and damn near give him a kiss, because that's my boo. Like, I love B2K. So that energy, I said, no, this gonna happen. This. And you can do that with anything. There are so many different things that I've done this with. I'll just jot it down. I'll be like, nope, the only thing I get super clear and super specific about is exactly what it is that I want, and then I just set it and forget it. I put it in my notes and be like, okay, it's done. I got the timestamp to prove that this is when I said that I wanted it, and days later when it manifests, I go back and I be like, yo, this is exactly what I said that I wanted to happen. So you don't have to have no crazy like, oh, my vibrations have to be super dope, because I mean, it's great for you to be happy and think about it all the time and be like, yes, this is gonna happen, but that's not really realistic for a lot of people. Sometimes people just have to be like, I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about something else, and it'll happen. I know, because that's exactly the way that things used to happen for me, when I would have to literally just be like, I can't even think about this because I don't even want to like think about a way that this could go wrong. I'm just gonna focus on something else. I know what I said I wanted, and I'll literally say that out loud too. I'll be like, look, I know what I said I wanted. I said I wanted to meet B2K. So if anybody's gonna come to me and tell me, oh, such and such is not going to give you the tickets that you need, I literally went to the window at the concert and tried to pick up my VIP tickets, and they was like, we don't have your name on the list. While I'm at the concert, like, I literally went to the VIP window, and then they was like, oh, go upstairs and go to the VIP table. Maybe they have your name on the list. I went to the VIP table. They didn't have my name on the list. And I said, I don't care. I said, I'm going to get this ticket. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to take my picture. I'm going to sit on J-Boog's lap. I said that that's what was going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as I got to the front, they was like, oh, we don't have your name on the list, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, there's like 50 people behind me like, go ahead. And as soon as the guy was like, we don't have your name on the list, the lady that I needed to speak to actually walked and sat down right next to the guy I was talking to. So I just moved over and I said, hi, I'm Danielle. And I put my phone on the table. I said, this is the email that you sent me saying that, you know, you're gonna give me these tickets. And she's like, oh, I remember you, blah, 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 blah. And she gave me my wristbands. Like, you just gotta be like, yo, this is what I said. I said what I said. This is what I said is gonna happen, and this is how it's going to be. I don't care how I gotta go around it, which way I gotta get to my destination, but this is what I said. Like, really have that type of confidence. Because the universe, I feel like the universe is going to test you and be like, oh, do you really believe that you're going to get this? Let me throw a curveball in there. Is this really what you want? Let me give you something that kind of looks like what you said you wanted, and give you only 2 B2K members and see if you're okay with that. I feel like the universe is going to do that. And I feel like it's up to you to be like, no, I said what I said. I know what I said I wanted. I said I wanted all 4 members of B2K. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for. So that's my little manifesting story that I'm so excited. Like I said, I will post the link to the vibe video. I cannot even believe that that's that. And some people might look at that like, oh, you getting crazy over B2K. Yes, because I love B2K, and I don't care about what you think about my love for B2K. Like, I don't care. But that's my manifesting story. If you want more videos or anything like that, you can, you know, just let me know. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with any B2K fans that you know, or anybody who's interested in any type of manifesting and manifesting stories. If you want me to do more videos like this, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. All my social media and everything is going to be down in the description. Also, and if you like this shirt, this is actually my t-shirt company. I'm gonna put that link in the description as well. www.afraidfordays.com. It's for the blackity blacks. The blackity blacks. But yes, check it out. And thank you so much for watching. Peace.